Welcome back. Welcome back, Western New York. Pete Robinson just entertained the whole group out here with the UK national anthem, the Canadian national anthem, and the United States national anthem.
All brought to us courtesy of Pete Robinson.
Well, we are here, and it is the time for the international warfare. As you heard Baby Joe say it better than anybody else, we're here for the WKI Intercontinental Cruiserweight Champion, 10 rounds. Amer Abdallah, the United States champion, ranked 5th in the world, comes in here, and his opponent comes all the way in from Swansea, UK, from the over the British Isles there. James Wallis comes in with a 19-5-1 record, and the European champion, and one of these fighters will have a chance to move on for a world title fight. Yes. And Lockport right now is the center of the world as we welcome our guests, not only from Western New York, from all over the country and all over the world, stretching out to Cairo and Jordan as well. We welcome our viewers from there as well, as you're going to be ready to see a championship fight. Again, I'm Jim Slowey with Jim Rhodes and Simon Chavers as they're going to bring out the European champion, James Wallis, first, guys.
Here he comes, and he's brought in here, and he's ready to go. His weight's up a little bit, but he is ready to rock and roll here tonight. He comes in here with a great record, and he's a tough fighter, so it's going to be we anticipate an extremely exciting fight.
Well, this is a fighter here that has gone the different routes. He's actually went into MMA as well. For pro MMA over in Europe is extremely big, but he thought he has accomplished everything in kickboxing when he attained the European title, but no, now he has a desire for more. And he knows that when he got that call from Lace-Up that he said, this could be it, this could be my chance for a world title shot as well. So he comes in, and he should be a very formidable opponent for Amer Abdallah, but Amer talking that he's going to take care of him like mincemeat. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, and we've seen everybody we've talked to, and everybody that has seen Amer recently. He's been pretty much a recluse in training, and he looks amazing.
You're right. And I'll tell you what, here we are. You don't want to miss this. This is the entourage as they get ready for the United States champion to enter the ring. Here we go. Listen and enjoy as his family will meet him in his corner. As we wait for the entrance in there, you got James Wallis up there just getting ready and moving around, and here we go. There's the thunder, and a moment here as we're going to get the implosion as they're going to come out here, and Amer will enter. You're going to hear this crowd just go nuts when they see the white of the U.S. champion as he will enter the arena.
Yeah, they're coming in here now. We look across, and Amer's parents are here in attendance across the ring from us. Family, friends, and a ton of supporters right here. As soon as this fight was announced, I think it almost sold out immediately. So.
Now we have to make a mention here while we wait too that James Wallis did come in. He got penalized coming into this fight for coming in a little bit overweight, but he looks like he's trimmed down. I know the champ has actually lost a few pounds since the weigh-in last night, getting tuned in for this fight. They wait all day. They had to weigh in last night on a Lock 34, and they've been waiting all day. And if you're not, I'm going to stop as soon as you hear the crowd start clapping. You know he's going to enter the arena. And I guess a couple can get a glimpse because we can hear some of them. The United States flag is flying as the U.S. champion.
You can see the smoke flying in the corner.
About to come through his entourage with the smoke. And he's in the ring. The champ is in the arena. Here he comes with Team Abdallah right behind him. I tell you, James Wallis getting a kick out of this, and his corner's getting a kick out of this. comes. He's making his way around. The sold-out crowd is here to cheer on the Lockports.
The lights are on and the belt has been brought into the ring.
The belt is in the ring. Joe Pagan will be the third man in the ring here for the title. James Wallis wants to take a little look at that there, and he gets ready. And now, Team Abdallah, Team Andrello, and all out of the friends in contention leading the way in here. Jeff Mayweather, Corey Webster, Jimmy Andrello ready to open up the ropes and have the champ enter the ring. His father gives him his last hug there before he enters his ring, his wife and his mother. And there they are. They're set here for a good fight. Amer Abdallah is in the ring, and we're getting ready to go, and we're going to send it up to Chris Goa for the announcement of this fight. While we wait, though, guys, if you feel like you cut the tension with a knife in here.
Yeah, you can.
It's got quiet. Here we go.
Awesome. And welcome to the main event of the evening. This bout is brought to you by Dominic Saraceno, attorney at law, and for the World Kickboxing Association Intercontinental title. Introducing first, in the red corner, proudly representing the United Kingdom. Let's go, Mir. He trains out of the KGB Kickboxing Academy in Scotland and holds a record of 19 wins against 5 losses. Presenting the former IKF World Super Middleweight and current European Heavyweight Champion, James Wallis.
Wallis comes in there. Not a lot of crowd support here, but he comes in with a great resume and the European champion, as you heard Chris Cole just say. Now, back up to Chris.
Across the ring in the blue corner, proudly representing the United States of America. He trains out of Western New York MMA and the Mayweather Boxing Club. He boasts a perfect professional record, 14 fights, 14 victories against 0 defeats. Presenting the reigning, defending, two-time United States light heavyweight champion, come on, Amer.
Here we have it, Amer Abdallah as we get set. Team Abdallah, Jeff Mayweather, Corey Webster, Greg Jones. You see Jeff Mayweather. Yakos is in there as well as Team Andrello. So we get set here as they're going to have a little bit of a problem here with all the people in the ring, getting them out, and we're in anticipation here for what is to go a 10-round fight here for the Intercontinental Cruiserweight Championship. And that will lead to a world title bout for one of these fighters. As here we go, international warfare is underway. Amer Abdallah is going to start out there and take a look and give him a straight left and take a left kick right away. James Wallis gives a little grimace in there. And there's a blocks that kick and taking a look. Straight leg by Amer gets him away. Amer comes in with Amer's coming out being the aggressor here in this first round. Both with straight rights. Wallis keeps that leg up, kind of taunting him near the face, but Amer doesn't seem phased. That kick came up. Again, another one. Left hand in there. Straight left in there by Wallis. Amer comes with a right kick, and he fouls it up with a combination to the right. Amer hit him in the left midsection and fouled it up with a right. Great combination there. Now Wallis counters off of the ropes. Abdallah now takes off a kick and gives a combination of his own. Goes in there with a left. Against the ropes. Has Wallis against the ropes, and they're going to clinch right here so nobody gets hit with a cheap shot. Left kick in there. Abdallah. Again, that one that really struck the midsection well. Wallis kind of reaching out. Backs up. Abdallah comes in. Wallis does a good job countering there against the ropes, but Abdallah doesn't seem to be phased. Amer taking a look.
One thing I noticed here early, Jim, is Wallis, unlike some of the previous opponents here, he does come back, counters very well, and doesn't back away.
Coming in, 10 seconds to go here. This bout scheduled for 10. Joe Pagan, this third man in the ring, separates them. See who gets the last. Right, there is the bell, and that is the end of round number 1. And guys, you have to say that was definitely a feeling out round for both fighters. More for Wallis, because he was doing a backing up. Amer comes out as the aggressor.
Yeah, a lot of shots being thrown there, a lot of kicks being thrown by both of them, and Amer seems to be still feeling them out a little bit. We'll start seeing some power shots, I think, here in the second round.
Biggest shot right there, that straight right in there that got into Wallis' midsection was probably the key blow of that round, I would say. As you see him working over James Wallis in the corner here, rubbing him with the ice here early. And I'm over there talking in there, Vegas. All right, we're getting ready for round 2 right here as the corner is going to clear. As there's the bell. Here they come. They're coming after each other. Round 2 here of international warfare. Left kick come up, blocked in there by Abdallah. Wallis can keep that foot up high, keep it going, and have a little power with a little snap. But Amer is known as one of the best kickers in the business. Take down the body, the head will fall. That time there, he gets in there. Combination comes into the face of Abdallah, and Amer just keeps coming. There's a kick. Wallis kind of like taunting him to come in, kind of like playing a little tired act there. There's a combination. It hurt while Wallis is looking down. It didn't hurt him, but it got his attention. Let's put it that way.
It definitely did. It was a nice right hand by Abdallah.
Wallis trying with that left. He's trying to get that. That foot comes up and catches him in the face. He says, I took that. That's okay.
Minute left in the round.
You got a minute to go. Wallis trying to feel out the U.S. champ. Amer has him into the corner now. He's going to again try to counter. And he does a good job countering. He comes out, but misses. He's hitting the left shoulder of Amer a couple different times, and that's about it. Joe Pagan going to separate him there. Straight right hand by Amer. Amer tried with a right leg. There comes a shot from Amer to the head, and he gets a right hand to the left of the face there. And that was the first time we've seen Amer go really high with that kick. And he gets a left, and he straightens him out. 10 seconds to go in round 2. As Wallis is going to hang on, and I'll tell you, that'll be the end of the round, and it is the end of round 2. I'll tell you what, Amer really taking the aggression again right there. And like Jim, you mentioned, Wallis doing his best work off of counters, off of the ropes, but he's going to get pounded if Amer's going to. Amer right now seems to be measuring him up and waiting for him. And one of his favorite sayings is you go to the body and the head will fall. And that might be being set up right there in round 2.
Yeah, they went in there, and one thing I noticed right here is Wallis has got a little bit of a cough going here, and I don't know if it's an allergy thing or what's going on right there. It's just been a couple times it seemed to have bothered him, so we'll see.
There we go. Amer gives me a little wink here as he enters the ring for the 3rd round. They touch gloves. Here they come. Round 3 here, scheduled for 10, the championship. WKA Intercontinental Cruiserweight Championship there. And Wallis comes in with a combination, but Amer just kicks him off. Wallis, again, looking down there with a double foot leg combination. Both these guys can kick very well. The bio on Wallis is that his leg work is very good.
Caught him with a good left hook there.
Walks away. Take a look. All this hard work, all the training camp pays off right here. Here comes in. Both these guys willing to go toe-to-toe in close quarters. I was surprised with both of these guys with legs they're staying in. There's a defensive kick in there by Wallis, just keeps Amer away. Amer kind of smiles. Now Wallis seems to be standing there. You know, whether you're fighting or not here, the heat of these lights are just doing a number on your body as well. In the corner. Left counter out of there. Here comes a kick to the right midsection. Wallis tries to counter out of that. Couldn't do too well. Gets a good left to the midsection. And Amer counters on that. There goes that one there. That hits him. Oh, he smiles. When you know it smiles, you know you're close. Now he comes high. He hits him with a right hand. Wallis gets hit with a good right hand from Amer Abdallah. 10 seconds to go in round 3. And there's a lunge by Wallis to Amer. And there comes Amer. He throws a straight and then an uppercut that connects at the end of the round. End of round 3, guys.
It's an amazing round there. A lot of activity on both sides. A couple real good kicks there by Abdallah to the head of Wallis over here.
Yeah, he's getting him kind of measured up here now. It's taken him 3 rounds to get it through, which is pretty normal. You got 10 rounds to go. You don't have to do it in one. But he's measured Wallis pretty well. He did get some good kicks in high. Get some overhand rights as well. So
Amer's in great shape for this fight. He's been training super hard. He looks like he's 29 years old in there right now.
He says that he is in the best shape of a fight at any time in his career here, and he knows what's around the corner right here, and he is ready. But I'll tell you what, Wallis has hit him with a couple good shots on the counter. Amer's taken them and came right back at him, and he's keeping him away with the legs. And I agree with Jim. He's measuring the head right now.
yeah, Amer's got a little bit of a mouse over on the corner of his right eye.
Kick to the head by Wallis. Wallis comes in close quarters. Joe Kagan separates him. Amer just missed with that one. Wallis comes in with a straight right of his own. Now they're in the corner of Wallis. Wallis getting instructions as he's trying to get out of there. Seems to be bull rushing Amer right now. There's a good left kick.
It's left to the body on Amer there.
Wallis just misses him. That's called a measure right there. The next time that will be a little bit stronger.
Just missed him with that.
Go in. Again. We're going to break.
Definitely see Wallis starting to tire out here. He's definitely worn him down quite a bit.
You think so? But there's a kick. There's Amer coming up to the head. Wallis didn't like that. He took a little aggression coming back. Abdallah looking right now into the eyes. Looks like he wants to go high. He comes to the body this time. Wallis counters to the body. And the thumb came up near Amer's eye. But Wallis now tries to come in. They each give each other a little tap on the back of the head to let them know that they're still here. 10 seconds to go here in round 4. Scheduled for 10. And now they're both in the middle and waiting for the bell, and it goes. So that's the end of round 4. And the crowd is...
And Simon called it here, though. It looks like Wallis is starting to tire quite a bit out there. He's really slowed.
Yeah, this is where Amer's great conditioning is going to come into the fight right here. You know, it's you get into the middle of the fight, in the later rounds, it's about who can outlast who and who can land that last hard kick.
When you see Wallis there on your screen, he doesn't seem to be bothered by anything, but still standing in his corner.
I get a kick. We're sitting here in the red corner at our broadcast location. And every time James Wallis is throwing any kind of good thing, they're really giving him a lot of encouragement, saying, yeah, let's go. Now you're ready. Now you're ready to take him. They got confidence over here in the corner. Amer comes out again, the aggressor. Once again, all 5 rounds so far. Defensive kick in there. Wallis comes in. This is exactly what this should be in a championship fight. Both these guys measuring out each other. Amer coming in. Amer looks like he wanted to do some damage here in the corner. He comes in. Wallis jumping into the middle. This Wallis is in shape. Amer is too, though, obviously. The champ gets his leg wrapped up in the ropes and he gets ready to go. He's looking at the eyes. Boy, just blocked in there by the hands. Champ has him measured. It's just that right now that Wallis is doing a good job of blocking him. The kick, the high kicks.
Yeah, Wallis just seems to be leaning in, looking for the tie-up more than fighting.
A little off balance, Wallis as he comes in. He puts his head down and comes in. He can't do that against the champ. Amer makes him pay and backs off Wallis again. Now he keeps him at a distance. That's where Amer would love his opponents. And he gets him with a good right midsection, starting to welt up a little bit on the right side of Wallis. That left leg has done the damage right there again. A straight left there by Amer. They come in here and Wallis says, I'm not going anywhere. There's a straight leg, keeps him away. Tries to go high. Amer just knocks it away. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go here. And we're going to be halfway through this fight. Oh, Wallis throws a wild misses. Amer makes him pay at the end for missing on a wild right. Well, you see the U.S. champ being the aggressor here so far in these first 5 rounds. You know, when it gets past 5, I'm the old man. I got to look up and see. I got to look at the girl, see what round it really is.
Absolutely. These guys are really swinging a lot, and it takes a lot out of them. So, into these later rounds, it's interesting to see what's going to happen here.
Well, if you watched our previous fighters, you know, some after 3 rounds, after 2 rounds have been just weathered right now. These 2 guys are in phenomenal shape, lasted 5. But I'll tell you right now, Amer is doing very well on the scorecard, I believe, with his aggression. And but Wallis, he's mouthpiece wants to washed off. And here we go. We're ready for round 6 here, scheduled for 10 of International Warfare, the championship, the Intercontinental Championship on the line right here. As Amer comes hot. corner for Wallis says, let's start doing some harm to him. Right there, he went for the head himself. Oh, and Wallis hits him with a good right in the left-hand side of the head of Amer.
Hard right to Amer's head, but he just seems to smile it off.
It was. Amer's mother looking on patiently. She's fanning herself. The heat in here is really strong. His father's eyes are right on Amer right now. And Amer comes through with a good right overhand to the left chin of Wallis. Joe separates them. Amer just wants to keep coming. There we go. There's a double kick. They both kick each other. Amer comes up high and gets them.
Minute in.
Wallis looking at Joe Pagan now. He's going to just lean in there. They're fighting in there. And looks like there might be a little bit of blood in the mouth of Wallis. Not sure. It's definitely puffing up around the lips. Amer really doing a lot of headhunting here and being very successful here in the first 6 rounds.
30 seconds.
There's a left, that right on the chin. Wallis comes back with a combination of his own, but Amer comes up with an uppercut right there, tries to keep him away. These guys are battling right now against the ropes.
Go on, James.
There they go. These guys are trading blows right now. They both know what's on the other side. Wallis, better be careful, guys. He's going in there, and he's going in there without any, you know, he's just lunging in there a couple times, and that's where Amer, we've seen him in the past, really kill fighters when you're out of control. And right now, you see Wallis more and more out of control as we get in the later rounds.
Yeah, I'm always expecting him to reach up and pop him with that one knockout shot like we've seen so many times before.
So we're going to be entering round 7 here of scheduled for 10 here for the, again, in a WKA Intercontinental Cruiserweight Championship. 10 rounds. As we again welcome the world into Lockport, New York. Western New York as we get ready to go. They want the corner of Amer cleaned up a little bit. They go to neutral corners. They look for the timer, and we're getting ready for round 7. They tap gloves again every round to come out. High kick by Wallis. Wallis's eyes are both getting puffy. There's a right hand by Amer that goes in. Jim, there's a kick that had damage intended there. Just grazed the head of Wallis.
Nice. 30 seconds in.
Now the left nostril of Wallis. Looks like some blood starting to come out of there. Amer is really doing some damage up top here. But Wallis just keeps coming back. Now there's blood on Amer. We don't know if it's coming from the left eye of Amer or if it's coming from...
Yeah, it looks like it's coming from the eye.
Yep, the left eye of Amer Abdallah.
I think it was that accidental headbutt there by Wallis.
He's going to take headbutt. Is that a point taken away for a headbutt?
I don't
He didn't
think
say
got
one.
a
He just
point.
pointed. It's a warning, I think he gave him. But I'm okay. He says, oh, yeah, I'm okay. That was a headbutt.
Guys both show a lot of respect for each other.
His blood is
So now
really coming out now.
The blood is starting to come. And Wallis is going to go to the head. Amer's going to come in with a kick. Wallis is ready.
Now you want it.
They're going to say, now you want it. The corner for Wallis goes in there. European champion. Showing that he can kick, but Amer counters that one. Comes in.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
They get him up. 30 seconds to go here in round 7. They cut really up at a headbutt. Open up the eye, and Wallis just hit it right there and opened it up a little more. taking a look here. Wallis comes in. Boy, Wallace's face is puffy. He's taking a lot of blows to the head. He still has some power coming in. But Amer is keeping him going, and they're getting ready in there to go take care of that cut. They want him over there quick. They only got a minute to work on him, and that is the end of round 7.
Gotta get that cut man in there and work that cut above the left eye of Abdallah there.
That's exactly what they want to do. They want to, you know, they have the option there if they stop that fight to go to the cards at that time. But Amer says, I'm ready to go. Let's go. This is a battle. This is what we're here for. He's going to fight off that headbutt, fight off that cut. And truthfully, with 3 rounds to go, Amer's been the aggressor in just about every single round there. But Wallis has come on strong the last couple with his counters and done some damage. But in our corner, he is getting puffy in the face.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Right there, there's a good camera shot. Great job by the crew. You can see the underneath the both eyes and around the mouth area is puffing up there on the European champion.
The ref warning the European fighter just now to watch the headbutts. He keeps lunging at him
He does.
on the grass, but getting him with the head. So
He's going at him. He is lunging at him. Wallace's corner telling him to send him home right now. Wallis looks in there. He just says in there, I still have some strength left. Amer's got his head up. That kick was blocked. Right in there. Both of them are coming in. Those heads are flying around each other. Good kick by Amer and a good left by Wallis.
Now the blood's coming, now he's going to get disheartened. Now he does what? Nice!
See now, Wallis gets hit.
See, even the crowd knows good shots.
And they say the blood starts flowing now, and Amer's going to have a sense of urgency. The crowd, the corner thinks, anyways.
Minute in, James, minute left, one.
Is James keeps coming, putting that shoulder down to keep coming in. He's giving a little warning in the corner for his headbutt. He's lunging in there. He is lunging in there. He says, next time I'm going to give you a point. He says, you can't lunge in with your head first. We come in now here. Wallis is just waiting. He's waiting to try to counter here. Amer has him measured.
30 seconds. Don't wait.
Amer Abdallah taking a look. He's looking. He's going. Wow, it's kind of like thinking it's funny that the referee's warning him. If these two guys go at it again, and he smiles at Joe Pagan and says, yeah, it's funny.
Well, he goes in there and he drops his head into the shoulder and the neck, and he's just catching the face when he's dropping it in there.
I see the pain on the face of Amer's mother. She is over there. She does not like to see her son with blood on his face or his white pants.
you know, you get a cut like that above your eye, and you know, with all the sweat and all the water, it looks a lot worse than it really is. The cut's probably not as bad as it looks, but
it doesn't look that bad actually. But you're right.
it looks like a small cut. But when you get out there in the ring, and especially under the lights with all that water, it really looks like it's gushing. You know, they close it up. You can see at the beginning of the last round, he come out. That cut wasn't really even bleeding that bad. As soon as you open that back up, though, it starts to flow. So.
All right, the corner's clear. We're getting ready for round 8. Here's the bell. You're coming in here.
Nice!
Wallis comes in. Wallis seems to be gaining some confidence, even though he hasn't taken an aggressive stance yet here. He still feels free to counter
Hard right hook there by Wallis.
in the corner. Wallis is standing there as they get a kick in there. Amer puts the kick to the midsection again. Wallis can, and there
Hard
comes Amer. He hurt him with a left and right, got him right in the nose. Wallis is smile. When you smile, you know you're hurt a little bit. Now, this is where Amer will come up with he'll lead with a hand, he'll come up with that leg and just take out the head. If he's going to have him measured. Again, Wallis lunges in, this time though with the gloves.
Bring it in, James. Bring it in.
Get it in. We're talking to him. Wallis in there. Hitting on
Wallis,
the break.
bit of a cheap punch to the back there,
Yeah.
and he knows it.
He knows it. Good left hand in there, but Amer counters. Amer hasn't turned around again, and he gets him into the corner once again. Now he's going to go together with the legs. Both of these guys just hitting there, and finally opens up. It's taking a point. All right. Now, James is smiling here. He's going to come after him now. He knows the right eye is just about closed on the European champion. It's coming up. Both these guys are trading. A lot of blows there. That is the end of round 8. We got 2 big rounds in front of us, boy. I'll tell you what. These guys are in a frenzy.
Yeah, they came out here. They've been just trading blows right here, and Wallis is real good with the feet. He's quick. He's got good hands.
Let me tell you something, though. They're talking to Joe Pagan right now. They're saying they don't believe it. Now, they couldn't go down as a 10-8 round probably for Amer in that round right there. But Amer just came out in the first 5 rounds, has really dominated those first 5 rounds. So, I mean, why complain about it? Because if you get a 10-8 round, if it goes to the cards right now, to me anyways, I mean, you never know the judges, but it looks like it's Amer's fight. But Wallis still shows that he has power in there, and Amer better be ready.
These guys look like they're just having fun beating on each other at this point. They're both smiling,
Round
laughing.
9? Round 9, here we go. Brawling right in the middle of the ring. They come in. Amer, that blood's coming down, but that's not affecting him at all. There's a little spin move. Again, combination kicks by Wallis as he started at the beginning. Trying to look at Amer's body, he seems to be in good shape. He's a little bit of a
30 seconds.
left side of the, there's a kick that hits, and then he gives him another kidney punch in there. They break. Now remember now, this is round 9 here scheduled for 10. This has been a battle here all the way through. These guys are in, both guys are in great shape. This is round 10, excuse me. This is the last round? This is round 10, I'm sorry, excuse me. Here we go. 2 more minutes. Wallis then knows. Round 10. We look at this. Minute and a half left in this fight. Round 10 of this championship.
Nice
Amer
hand.
hits him, backs him into the ropes. He gets up. He's got him. Amer had him almost out. He did, if the ropes held up Wallis, or else he would have gone on his back. Here comes Abdallah. Here comes Amer. Wallis looks in his corner,
Wallis
and
is,
he's just hanging on.
Amer's just holding them up right now. If he's one
Right.
more hard shot here.
They're both in there. This is a brawl to the final gun here. 20 seconds. He wants them to come after him. Amer's got him over there. Amer puts it to the left. 10 seconds to go. Joe Pagan separates the fighters. They're coming into each other. There's a right hand by Amer Abdallah, another one. As they go to break, that's it. That's the bell. That's the fight. That's over. That is international warfare at its finest.
Well, I'm going to have to listen to the scores out here when they bring these up on the cards, but that what could have been that 10-8 round right there could have made all the difference in this fight.
Absolutely. Amer did come on strong in the first few rounds and totally landed more shots coming off, but we'll see what happens. See what the judges say.
You go 10 rounds, we'll see what happens is right. And a very formidable opponent, the European champion, did well out there. But we'll go to the cards, and Joe Pagan's they're gonna get the cards together, tally them up, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a unanimous decision here, only because of the first, the first rounds in there. Although rounds 5 through 8, and I apologize for getting everybody confused on the rounds for a moment there. As we get set here, as there you see the European champion. One of these two fighters is going to go on and have a chance at a world title fight. They both showed how they were warriors in there and both wanted the next level.
Absolutely, they both came in here and right from the opening bell, neither one of them backed away, neither one of them backed down, and it was punch, counter punch. So as well as the kicks, and they've totaled everything up. They've sent it into the ring.
That's what you have to have if you're here, no doubt about it. And there you see Team Abdallah, Corey Webster in there, Yakos, Jimmy Andrello, they're all in there. And our cameraman is in the ring there, right in the ring with them. As they get set, waiting for the announcement. Guys, waiting for the huge announcement right here. The votes are in, and they got them up there, are in there to Chris Goa. We'll wait that, and then we'll make our way into the ring.
Not my day. I didn't show up.
Not my day, says the European champ says, not my day, I didn't show up.
Well, he definitely showed up.
He showed up.
10 pounds on the way.
Amer Abdallah holding the United States flag, and they're looking to go further. Guys, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to try to get up in the ring right now because we're going to close from up there.
All right, they're working on it right here. They're trying to get it's usually a zoo in the ring right there. And you see over in the far corner, Amir's wife is in the ring. His whole training squad is in the ring. They're going to make the announcements here.
We got Jeff Mayweather up there from Team Mayweather. Corey Webster.
And Judge C scores at 90-99. Your winner and new World Kickboxing Association.
And there you have it. Amer Abdallah takes the fight tonight. He takes the fight this evening. He's out there and he earns himself a championship shot.
Yes, he does. You see the corner crew over here from Wales not happy about the decision at
Guys,
all.
I don't know if you can see this while we're in here. You're going to have the European champion putting on the Intercontinental champion belt on Amer Abdallah as they bring him into the ring. They're going to take him around. James Wallis shows that he was a formidable opponent. It was a war up here. We're going to get
Got the pictures being taken with the champions.
Now we got our cameraman in here. Let's see if we can go. James, you got all the kids in here. You put up a good fight. Your thoughts right now?
Amir's class. Wasn't my day. He turned up. I mean, I'm not saying I would have beat him, but I could have done better. Good job, Amer.
Well, you showed that both of you showed that you really were warriors and really wanted to win this fight and go to the next level.
In my opinion, now should have been the world title. I owed a world title. I don't know why that wasn't a world title, but good luck to Amer and his task to be a world champion.
James, thank you for taking a ride over again. And now let's bring in the champ. Here we go, the Intercontinental champ. Now here we go. Well, Amer, you did it again. A war, international warfare was a great title for this. James came in, a very formidable opponent. It seems like you got him early. It seems like you were really taking your time early, measured him out, and you took it to him, especially in those early rounds.
First of all, I have to praise God, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, praise all my fans around the world, the Palestinian, the Jordanian, the American, the Muslim, the Arab fans, the Western New York fans, the Lockport fans, everybody that supported me throughout my endeavor here. We had a fantastic training camp. This is a team preparation. It might have been an individual effort, but it's my team that's behind me. Corey Webster from Western New York MMA, Greg Jones from the Lockport Athletic and Fitness Club, who got me in the best shape of my life, Jeff Mayweather from the Mayweather Boxing Club, Jim Andrello from Team Andrello, and the most important person was my wife, Alanude, who was my rock throughout the past 10 weeks of my life, and I know it wasn't easy.
I want to talk a little bit more about Alanude. You had to be very happy to see that. You had to get a little worried when the headbutt happened as well.
Oh yeah, I was extremely nervous, but you know what? He did it, and I had no doubt.
Absolutely, champ. James Wallis probably gave you one of the best compliments over there. He said that I am the world champion. I thought that why this should have been a world title fight. Amer is the best.
Thank you. James Wallis is a very humble man. You know, what we knew coming into this fight, that it was going to be a tough fight. Everybody kind of saw what he looked like at the weigh-ins and said, he's another guy that Amer's going to walk through. But, you know, my father and I were studying his tapes. My father, who flew in from Jordan, who's right here beside me, and my mom. You know, my father scrutinizes all my fights. He sets up the game plan for me, and we were watching him, and we knew it was tough. But listen, he came to fight, and the guy has tremendous power, and I thank God that we were able to pull off this victory.
Mr. Abdallah, you have to be very proud of your sons out there.
Thank you very much. We are very proud also of our community, all Western New York and United States too, as much as we are proud of our son. God bless him. He did very good job. I think I'm not a referee or a judge, but I think he got 9 out of 10 and 1 even.
I was watching your face. You were very concerned when the blow was coming. There you have it. Champ, now you bring the world to Lockport, actually world attendance watching this fight here tonight. You got to be ready. Next step, world championship. Come on.
Come on, man. That's what we've been waiting for our whole life. We're going to bring the world title, and we're going to deliver it back to our family, our community, everybody here. Jim, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that showed up, and everybody that's watching. Thank you for your support. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Western New York. There you have him, guys. Amer Abdallah, the Intercontinental champion there. It's going to be a wrap up here from ringside for Jim Rhodes and Simon Chambers. I'm Jim Sloy. We'll see you on another edition in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, Western New York and the world. Bye-bye. We'll see you again in the near future.